Yeah. Yeah.
You know a show that's not talked about at all? Batman the Brave and the Bold. Probably the most comic accurate Batman portrayal. I don't get why people don't talk about this show enough. It was pretty great. It could get goofy at times, but it made sense because of what it was based off of. I mean, this show has everything a comic book has. Pause almost any scene and it could be a panel in a comic book. It's bright, colorful, and charming. It's too bad that shows like these aren't made anymore. All we get is the cesspool of Marvel animated television.
That was then. This is now!
Everybody knows how Batman's parents died, but what if he was face to face with the man who pulled the trigger, the man who changed Bruce Wayne's life forever? The show answers that. Like I said previously, this show is much more lighthearted than things like Justice League or even Spectacular Spider-Man, but when it wants to be serious, it gets serious. Especially this episode. This episode is vastly different from anything on the show, mainly because you have the same people who wrote this writing this. Paul Dini is one of, if not the best writers when it comes to Batman. And I mean only Paul Dini. His buddy Bruce Timm, who also worked with him on the animated series, used to be pretty great, until he made this. The special thing about Dini is in the majority of his Batman stories, he is trying to deconstruct who Batman is as a character, what his morals are, and why he does what he does. When he's not doing that though, he'll write things like Batman Arkham Asylum or Batman Arkham City. My point is, Dini understands who Batman is fundamentally. I say that a lot on this channel, but what does that mean exactly? What does it mean to understand someone fundamentally? Well, even I can't give the clearest definition, but I'm going to sum it up as understanding why someone is the way they are. Most people understand why Batman is the way he is and why he does what he does. Then there are people who don't. But today, in the here and now, we're talking about something that understands Batman completely. It's nothing too deep or philosophical, so I'll summarize the episode really fast. Batman has finally found the lead in the long-forgotten case of his parents' murder, so driven by all that raw pent-up anger and angst, he searches for his killer. With the help of two supernatural beings, the Spectre and Phantom Stranger, and going into the past to team up with his dad and see his parents once again, Batman finds his killer, and he learns he goes by Joe Chill. Batman finds him and almost kills him because of all the pain and suffering Chill has caused him. But at the last second, Batman realizes he doesn't want to, because he doesn't want to succumb to vengeance. After siding with justice, Chill still dies anyway by the hand of karma. The episode closes with Batman literally closing the case to his parents' murder. End of episode, roll credits. Pretty cut and dry, right? Wrong. This episode has so much packed into 22 minutes. You can learn so much about Batman just from this one episode than you can in Batman vs. Superman or Justice League. This is a story of moving on and letting go, but not forgetting where you came from, and remembering why you are the way you are. And that's who Batman is, not letting go. If he were to let go of everything, he would kill his enemies. And if he does that, he might as well destroy his mother's pearls or burn his father's batsuit. But he doesn't. Batman doesn't let go.
This doesn't change anything.
Nobody can let go of something like that. He witnesses his parents gunned down right before his eyes at 8 years old. An 8-year-old boy, a child, someone who shouldn't go through something so horrible, so violent, disgusting. He gets on his knees, clasps his hands together, fighting through the tears, and makes a promise. No, more than a promise, a vow.
I swear, by the spirits of my parents, to avenge their deaths by spending the rest of my life warring on all criminals.
That same boy who made that vow and carried it with him all his life to this very moment where the man who murdered his two loving, caring, and perfect parents in cold blood.
I know because I watched it happen. I know because I am the son of the man you murdered. I am Bruce Wayne.
What would you do? Your whole life has been leading up to this. It's all come down to this. You've been waiting for this moment, dreaming for this moment even. He's at your mercy. What do? Do you kill him right then and there, finish it, end it fast, get it over with? Do you string him up, torture him, let him die slowly, and then when he really knows what he's done, end him? Only one person will walk out of that room alive, right? I mean, you're here. That's what this is all about, right? The man who killed your parents is right there. You should kill him, right? All this pain and suffering is because of him. If it weren't for him, your parents would still be here. You wouldn't have made that promise, right? Then you remember a promise. No, a vow. The vow.
to avenge their deaths by spending the rest of my life warring on all criminals.
You remember why you're fighting, why you even made that vow. So nobody, no little boy, no little girl, no mother, no father, no family would ever have to endure that same hardship that you did. Killing this man, taking his life, what makes you any different than him by doing that? If you kill him right there, right now, it's over. Everything you worked towards, gone because you betrayed who you are. But you don't. You put him down because you believe in something more powerful than anything vengeance can give you.
Batman may die, but Bruce Wayne... never.
Justice, redemption, and hope. Batman doesn't kill Joe Chill because it betrays everything he stands for, everything his parents stood for. So in that moment, justice wins, Bruce Wayne wins, Batman wins. That's why Batman is Batman, because of hope. Despite that being more of a characteristic of Superman, one of Batman's main traits is hope. That's why he does what he does. He has hope that he can redeem his enemies, help them, rehabilitate them.
I don't want to hurt you. I don't want either of us to end up killing the other. But we're running out of alternatives. Maybe we could work together. I could rehabilitate you. You don't need to be alone. We don't have to kill each other.
That's why he takes in kids like Dick Grayson or Jason Todd.
Does the hurt ever go away?
I wish I could say yes. But it will get better in time. For you. That I promise.
Because he has hope that they will lead better lives than he has.
I shouldn't be surprised, since you indoctrinated Robin into crime fighting at the ripe old age of 9.
Robin needed to help bring the men who murdered his family to justice.
So he could turn out like you?
So that he wouldn't.
Batman is the embodiment of hope. Contrary to popular belief, Batman has one of the biggest hearts out of every character in comics.
See, I'm not a monster.
Bruce Wayne has become so much more than that scared little boy in the alley. In more ways than one, he's almost moved on from the death of his parents in some sense. He will never forget and never let go of what happened, but he can forgive. He will always strive to save people, not hurt people or kill people. He saves people because he couldn't save his parents. So no, Joe Chill didn't make Batman. Bruce Wayne made Batman because Batman stands for something stronger than vengeance. Joe Chill murdered Thomas and Martha Wayne out of fear, out of anger, and out of vengeance. That's not Batman, and it never should be Batman.